Good morning. It is St. Nicholas Day, Monday, December 6th. So first thing you're going to do is do the do now. When you've completed the do now, please go into Home Access or Schoology right now. Everything is updated. You have 1 week, so you have till this Friday to get all the makeup work or redos or anything else that you need to do. If you have any questions, contact your teacher directly by email so they can reply back. But right there on your grade page, it does show you what you are missing. It either has a red dot or it is 2 dashes, or if the score is low, and you're going to want to go back and look in units 3 and 4 in the assignments folders, and if there's redos posted, that's great. Just so you're fully aware that the redo or the retake is posted in those folders. You have 1 week to get those done. Send your teacher an email telling them, I did the retake for Unit 4 DCA or Quiz 811A. Be specific. Don't make them hunt for it, because we have no idea when you say, I redid 2 things. Be specific and send it in an email. Today's slide is going to cover a bit of today and tomorrow, because we're going to do some calculations in class on distance and speed and things like that. So what I want you to do is let's go into Schoology. And you're going to pick your class, doesn't matter what class. And you're going to come down here. So this is right here is where the recording is. So we have the daily slides and the do now are right here. You can answer the do now if you're not with us. Then you can answer the daily slides. That's the slides we're going to be working from today. Those folders I mentioned, so like here in Unit 4, near the bottom are some retakes. You'll see those. Unit 3 in assignments, although that's really old stuff, so you got to make sure it's in this quarter, so it would probably be like so be careful. There might be some, like there's a link for a retake, but let us know. So today we're on December 6th. Here is the do now. Here's the speed calculations worksheet. Now in class today we are doing a hands-on worksheet. We will scan it and I will submit it up for you to look at. I will put that down here, and it's just going to say, so you can watch me put this in. Oh, it'll be under this motion and speed practice. It'll be there so you can look at this file. We'll put a link in here to the page. This is not a graded assignment, but this is getting you prepared for a quiz you're going to take later in the week, where we're doing a lot of math calculations. It's simple: add or subtract, multiply and divide, and usually in this unit it's multiply or divide. So let's answer the do now. Average speed is equal to the total distance divided by the total time, or S divided by S equals D divided by T. So a car can travel 65 miles in 1 hour. Let's see if I can put that little text box in and type in there for y'all. That's off. Oh, okay, so we'll draw here. So I've got my distance, I have speed. Okay. Nope, I got distance. So I have 65 divided by 1. Well, that's pretty easy. That's 65 mph. Sorry, still working on this. So we're going to calculate the average speed of a boy driving a skateboard in 25 meters in 2 minutes. So here's 1. Oh, I'm probably going to do this with the mouse. So 125 divided by 2. Did that with a calculator, and I came up with 62.5 meters, so little m, meters, oops, per second. I'm getting better at this. All right. We're going to take a look at the next slide, which is our targets and our success criteria is that I will calculate speed, distance, or time when given two of these three elements in a word problem. I can define speed, miles per hour, meters per second. I can write the formula, speed equals distance divided by time. I can determine what I know. Well, if I'm given those two things, I can do that. I can use the correct formula, and I can solve for that unknown. We're good there. So let's take a look at this. Let's discuss. So here's the triangle rule. Remember we said in this that we could do things, so let me put a text box in here so you can see. So then let me add another text box, put one here. So here's the triangle, and we're going to put right here, we're going to put it on this side, and we're going to put let's see if I can do a division symbol. Dot, turn, underscore, let's bold these. Dot. Oh, you know what? I'm going to draw those. That's probably better. I'm going to draw those. So a division sign is the dot divided by, oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. We're going to go back. Let's shrink that down. I'm sorry, friends. Okay. We're going to draw the line here. We're going to draw the division symbol. Oop. Divided by. So it doesn't matter there we go, whether I'm doing the distance divided by the time or the distance divided by, so it's the same on both sides. There we go. Divided by the time. And then down here, we're just drawing the x. Right. So let's exit the drawing. Exit drawing. All right. And then I'm going to insert my text box. All right. So right here, oops, come back here, little friend. So some of our units so for speed, that would equal miles per hour or meters per second. So there's all sorts of fun little things we can have in here, okay, because we're talking speed. And if you're confused, if you're like, you know what, I don't get this, Miss Brown or Miss Drew, let's take a look at one quick thing. Let's go back to our digital notebooks. I'm going to grab my digital notebook. And there's mine. It looks just like yours. And if you're at all stuck, come back to us here. All the stuff we talked about is right here. So you guys moved a lot of this. So when this is completed, this goes here. Drag this over. But when we came down to slide 9, okay, we said that to find speed, we divided the distance by the time. And right here on slide 9 is all of your, and then to find time, the highlighted items, we dragged these over. And there you go, look, it's right there. So on slide 9, you should have this complete. You have all your formulas, you have an example, so you can come back to this. You can look at this, so you have these. All right. This is slide 10, where here is the speed can be calculated by, you just type that in here, and then I would go back to slide 9 in my book and finish that. So if a car travels at 400 meters going in seconds, how fast is it going? So let's look at that. We're going to take a look at that together. Okay, so if I have 400 meters, so I have 400 meters, and I'm going to divide that by 20 seconds. So I have my distance, 400 m, and my time of 20 s. Based on my formulas from before, I know I'm going to divide. So I'm going to come back up here. And here I'm going to be like, oops, there we go. I'm going to say, all right, well, 400 oops, divided by 20 gives equals, I'm just going to show you all the steps. So 400 divided, that equals, I can, oop, there we go. I can get rid of that 0 and that 0, so now it comes down to 40. Oops, so now I get 40 divided by 2. And that gives me 20 meters per second. Okay. So what I want from you is I want this formula, I want this, and here's what we can do. We can do D. Let's see. We can do D. Oops, not the right spot. So we do ask you for one formula, okay? So you can either lay it out like this, or you can use the D over T. I might be able to here. So how far can your little brother get if he can travel at 2.5? Oh, somebody already put that in. At 2.5 meters per second. We already had that in there. That's great, Miss Drew. We already kind of gave you a little bit of a clue. Oh. So we filled this out. So now I have both of my numbers. So I have this. Oh, so now I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to have 2.5. Bring that over. Times 2. Let me tell it to undo that. And then I'm just going to kind of space over so you can, oops, you can all see that in there. So I have 5 times 2. That's 5. Sorry, 5 seconds. 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, I have to regroup the 2. So I'm going to have a plus 2 right there. Oop, not an equals, a plus 2. We're going to deal with when we're done. I'll shut this over a little so we can see it a little better. All right, so 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. And let's not forget, we also have to add back in that decimal point, so we're going to add that decimal point right there. And the seconds cancel out, so, and we know that distance is measured in meters or miles, so I say 12.5 meters. I'm just going to hit a little tab so I can bring it all back there. There you go. How much time will it take for a bug to travel 5.5 meters? So we got our, let's bring our little friend down here. Let's see, one space, 5 meters. Oh, not in the right spot. Sorry. Meters. Let me just do a little editing here. I apologize. Sometimes this gets away from us when we're in here. So I got 5 meters. So I got my distance. Okay. I want to bring this back. And it says speed, it says traveling at 1 meter per second. Got to remember, 1 meter per second. All right, so up here I have five meters per second. I'm going to divide that by, sorry, 5 meters. It's early for Mrs. Brown right now. I have 1 meter per second. So I know my time is going to be measured in seconds.